Mitch, why don't we begin with the attack ad that some North Carolina TV stations are not running?
The National Republican Senatorial Committee is obviously interested in putting Ted Budd, the Republican congressman, into North Carolina's open U.S. Senate seat. And part of that campaign is attacking the record of the Democratic candidate, Cheri Beasley. And so they're focusing on her record as the Chief Justice of the North Carolina Supreme Court. They've run a couple of ads. The first one was called Victims, and it dealt with some issues dealing with some cases that involved a murderer and a child molester. That one didn't draw any legal complaints. Basically, the only complaint was that the ad was distorted or took her record out of context. Well, a second ad, though, had a different type of complaint. This ad, which was called Vulnerable, dealt with three different cases that Chief Justice Beasley was involved in. One was the child molester case that had been in the first ad. Another was a case involving online solicitation of a 15-year-old boy. Both of those, I have to disclose, were cited columns that I wrote at Carolina Journal. It was actually the third.
So you're responsible.
It was actually the third case, though, that led to the problem. This was a case involving child pornography, and the ad accurately quoted the opening line from a national conservative publication, the Washington Free Beacon, that said the Supreme Court had voted to free an offender. The problem was, even though that was an accurate citation, that's not what the Supreme Court did. It voted to send the case back to a trial court. Democratic lawyers complained, and some TV stations said, look, there's a factual error. We're taking this ad down. Now, what ended up happening near the end of this week was that one line was changed in the ad. The original ad said she voted to send him free, and the new ad says she sided with him instead of the police. So now the stations are running the ad again. It basically is drawing a whole lot more attention to Cheri Beasley's record as state Supreme Court Chief Justice than it probably would have otherwise had there not been this complaint.